Live now here on YouTube for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Enjoy the Pocono Mountains 225 here. It's a 90 lap race broken down into 3 stages. We got a long way to go, but yeah, I'm excited. We just did a live stream a few minutes ago, live streaming the IndyCar race from man, the first IndyCar race of an IndyCar doubleheader at Iowa Speedway. So if you guys missed that, go ahead and live stream is up there if you guys want to check it out after this stream. But we're getting ready here for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race. Josh Berry on his first pole position of the Xfinity season. Daniel Hemrick potentially in a spot to try and show prowess to potentially earn himself a shot in that cup ride. The cup ride that we now know is open because the Justin Haley is moving on from that ride into the Rick Ware team. So the number 31 car is open. Oh, we're buffering. I don't know what's going on. Literally cut down pretty much everything I could do to try and reduce the power on the PC here. It might just be something hopefully that's just going on shortly and will be remedied soon with the stream. But yeah, we're working our way through with technical difficulties. But all 4 junior motorsports cars starting up inside that top 10. It's going to be a tough one to outdo. Then with the as you've also got all 3 Joe Gibbs Racing cars in the top 10. Then you've got Cole Custer, Sheldon Creed, and Daniel Hemrick, the 3 drivers who are kind of the odd ones out, if you in a way, to try and think of a way to say that. They're the 3 drivers in the top 10 who don't have a teammate who's also in the top 10. Now, Sheldon Creed has Austin Hill, who is only 1 spot outside that top 10, with Austin Hill starting 11th. He's also been apparently named as a potential favorite for that Colleague Racing Cup Series ride that Justin Haley has vacated. Chase Elliott, driving in the number 17 car. I believe he is the top start. He's the highest starting Cup regular. So curious to see how that potentially carries over. But yeah, here we go. Hey, Bobby, how's it going? So yeah, we got a pretty. Say they haven't fired up the engines yet, so. Yeah, they had just done the national anthem when I started up the live stream, so we still got a little bit of time here. Of course, let me know who you guys think's gonna win this race. I'm gonna find it hard to pick against him, but I'll say Chase Elliott, probably the favorite. But my pre-race pick, I'm actually gonna go for John Hunter Nemechek, going for 3 in a row. I think, no doubt, Chase Elliott should be the favorite, and for most people, probably will be the pick. But he's not my pick. I'm not going the easy route. So, all right. So we also have Ty Dillon, Suarez. Ooh, Suarez could be a tough one. Ooh. So Ty Dillon and Suarez are the other 2 Cup drivers in the field today. Ty Dillon driving the number 3 RCR Chevy, and Daniel Suarez driving the number 10 Colleague Chevy. So yeah, I do have a little bit of popcorn here, just because, again, I didn't get a long break in between the runs, so hopefully we'll be good to go here. Also, I wasn't sure exactly how many laps 225 was going to be. 90 laps is going to go by quick here. Getting ready, though, for the command to start the engines. All right, here we go. Got some other interesting ideas I'm going to be implementing potentially throughout the future live streams here. Drivers, start your engines. There we go. Engines are fired. But yeah. Remember to keep an eye on both the community tab here on YouTube, as well as follow me over on Twitter and Facebook at Ryan Dyer on YouTube. But yeah, keep an eye on those other platforms as well, just on the off chance, because I've been posting a lot of polls, basically trying to help keep you guys involved. Like earlier, trying to remember, I think it was either yesterday or it was yesterday. I put up a poll asking you guys which live stream you guys would rather see. It was pretty close to even, so I tried to make sure I could do both, and luckily the way the IndyCar race worked out, I was able to do both live streams, so I was really happy I was able to do that one for you guys. But I've been putting up polls about once or twice a week, usually asking about either what kind of content you guys want to see coming up next, what kind of things, as well as over on Twitter. I've actually been putting up some fun little grids, which, let me see if I can pull one up here on the stream real quick for you guys. But yeah, so let's see. Image, don't want to pull up the one for tomorrow, because I don't want to give away any answers. That was today's. I'll go ahead and pull up this one here. So yeah, I'm just gonna put that in the corner for now. But yeah, so I've been putting together a bunch of these grids. I'm sure you've seen them all over the place. For NFL, I've seen NHL, I've seen Major League Baseball, but I've been doing a bunch of NASCAR and racing related ones. So for this grid, you would, for example, try and find a driver who drove for both Joe Gibbs Racing and Richard Petty Motorsports, and the goal is to try and fill out all 9 spots without repeating any drivers. So, and then Joe Gibbs Racing and Levine Family Racing, and then obviously Joe Gibbs Racing and a Daytona 500 winner, since the Daytona 500 trophy is at the bottom row there, and then you would try and do that for all 9 spots. Let me see if I can remember how to fill this one out off the top of my head here. So, Joe Gibbs and Petty. I tend to remember that being a really tough one. Trying to remember. Oh wait, Eric Jones. Duh. Eric Jones. Levine Family Racing. Levine Family Racing, Joe Gibbs Racing. Who? I don't remember who this one was. Wow. I'm blanking. Let me move on to another one. The Daytona 500, Bobby Labonte won the Daytona 500 for Joe Gibbs. You could also obviously pick Denny Hamlin or Matt Kenseth even, because they don't have to have accomplished for example, they don't have to have won the Daytona 500 while driving for Joe Gibbs. Same thing with 2311. That one's pretty easy. Daytona 500, Kurt Busch. Levine Family Racing. Ty Dillon drove for Levine Family Racing for a couple of starts when he was first getting his Xfinity Series, or when he was first getting his Cup career started. And then Richard Petty, 2311, you could use Ty Gibbs there, but then you wouldn't have him for the Levine Family Racing square in the center. So we would go Bubba Wallace for the top row, for the top middle there. Then Hendrick, Richard Petty, you could go Gregson, or you could go Jimmy Johnson. Those would be 2 very good options. Casey Kane would be an option for Hendrick Levine. Oh, wait a minute. I'm stupid. Christopher Bell for Levine Family Racing, Joe Gibbs. He was the last driver to drive for Levine before they bowed out. And then Hendrick, Daytona 500 winner, you could pick pretty much anybody who's won a Daytona 500 and driven for Joe Gibbs for Hendrick, at some point. I typically end up going with Dale Earnhardt Jr., but that's how you fill out that grid. Just as a quick tutorial, I'm going to try and post them pretty regularly over on Twitter, so if you guys are interested in in those, of course, check out my Twitter, at RyanDyer99 over on Twitter. Look for the big red RD. And again, I also have a Facebook page where I post about live streams when they go live. And most of the time, as well as other content updates. And again, it's another place where I put in polls referring to other content that I'm working on. So again, if you want your feedback to help shape this channel, those are some of the other places to go, as well as the YouTube community tab here on YouTube. And we're getting ready for the start of the NASCAR Xfinity Series race. Barry and Hemrick on that front row. Creed, Mosak, second row. Third row, Nemechek and Smith. Fourth row, Sam Mayer and Brandon Jones. Justin Allgaier and Cole Custer round out row number 5. But yeah, it's a pretty deep field, honestly, though. I mean, you got 3 Cup regulars. You got the 2 guys on the Xfinity Series playoff cut line are sharing a starting row here in the middle of the pack. That being Parker Kligerman and Riley Herbst being those 2 drivers to share that row. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. Reese's is back. I hadn't seen this paint scheme. Justin Allgaier has Reese's sponsorship. I mean, I know the joke was there that, oh yeah, Kyle goes and replaces a candy company, but hey, Reese's is back. Could we see Reese's potentially sponsor Kyle Busch? That'd be nice. See him get another candy sponsorship. I'd have to definitely pick up some Reese's for a live stream at some point, but yeah. Man, gotta love some good old chocolate milk, though. But yeah, so that was a quick rundown, though, through some of the other stuff I've been working on that is why I haven't necessarily been getting out the same amount of volume of videos I had hoped to after the NASCAR off week and then just kind of life happening. So, but yeah, so Josh Berry is well above the playoff cut line, but Clearman and Herbst, they are only separated by about, what is that, 18 points between Kligerman and Herbst. They have such small text on the screen. Although, granted, I'm not using a very big screen. But yeah, so both are going to be looking for wins to try and get themselves into the playoffs. But you can't forget about protecting for points here. And then you have obviously everybody else behind them that could also potentially steal a win and get into the playoffs. Like, for example, Brett Moffitt. If Brett Moffitt were to win today, he'd be in the playoffs, and that would move Kligerman further back. As you guys may or may not know, I'm a big Parker Kligerman fan. I love to see him run well, and I hope he can make the playoffs this year. But I don't know, it's a tough one. So here we go. So yeah, wow, grandstands do look pretty good here. So cars are coming down pit road to do the pit road speed check because they are using the super short practice sessions where they don't use a actual practice session. They essentially just get 15 minutes, go out there, and make sure the car isn't going to blow up the second they start up the engine. So they go down here, check pit road speed, make sure they aren't speeding. Now, I don't know, if you speed on this pass through, obviously you don't go to the rear, but you know you're too fast, but you don't have a guarantee that, okay, how much slower do I have to go? Do I have to just go, do I have to go turtle speed? I certainly hope that you don't have to go turtle speed, but yeah. But yeah, so again, this is a weird track. I will say this much. It's a weird track where it kind of races like a road course for most of the guys. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to see AJ Allmendinger dominate the race and win it, but I think it definitely tends to lend to the drivers in better equipment, having a better chance to go out there and win the race. Now, it's by no means that, it's all equipment based. You have to still be a very skilled driver to make good equipment work around this track, which again is a big key as to why this track is such a tough one to predict. And in terms of predicting, NASCAR Fantasy video, I know the series is Fantasy Friday. I haven't been able to get it done. I have a few more edits I need to make, and it should be out either late tonight or early tomorrow for to lead into the Cup race. So hopefully you guys are excited for that. Looks like lights are off on the lights are off on the pace car, and we should be going green here soon. All right, doubled up. Lights are off on the pace car, and we are getting ready to go racing here. Don't we? We all love NASCAR here. Here we go. Off of turn 4. You got Dale Earnhardt Jr. giving advice to the flag man. Hopefully, and there we go. Green flag is out. Green flag is out, and they are racing at Pocono. Surprisingly organized start compared to, because I got a chance to watch the restart in the ARCA race earlier today, and that race was absolutely nutty and chaotic on the restart. And so hopefully, the green flag is out, and hopefully it works well here. So there we go. We got the on-screen graphics. I'm not sold that I like where it is. I might try and move it up to the corner going forward, but yeah. So green flag is out though. We are racing 20 laps in stage number 1. It'll be a sprint here in terms of trying to earn these stage points, and you certainly don't want to. Okay, I think I accidentally made it repeat forever. It was only meant to repeat 3 times, the green flag thing. Oh, we got contact with the fence! Uh-oh. Somebody just tagged the fence and somehow, who's that swerving around? Is that Josh? No, that's not Josh Berry. Sorry, that is the number 9 of Brandon Jones swerving out of line. So here we go. Man, that was a chaotic bunch of racing there for a moment. I don't know who it was that scraped the fence really bad, but John Hunter Nemechek pulling out of line. Looks like he's there we go. He's back up to second place amongst his teammates. He's settled into the 5th overall position, it looks like. But yeah, so far, not sure who it was that got damaged. I didn't hear them talking about it, but here we go. Let's see. I'm sure they'll talk about it. Was it Nemechek? Because Nemechek looks a little slow. He's got Sammy Smith obviously trying to pass him right back, trying to get the track position back on him, but I don't know. I would be curious to know on that one. So here we go, off into turn number 1. Again, it's just such a interesting track, and obviously, if you guys don't know already, this track is broken up into. Basically, it was Frankenstein from 3 prior tracks. Turn 1 being a clone of Turn 1 at Trenton Motor Speedway, a long gone racetrack. It was a really weird shaped 1.5 mile racetrack. It was considered an oval back in the day, but it had a right hand corner in it, which was really weird. It was kind of kidney bean shaped. And then you obviously have turn 2, which is the Indianapolis style corner, 90-degree turn radius, modeled after Indianapolis, and then turn 3 is modeled after Milwaukee's turns. So those are the 3 turns at Pocono, and we are currently working lap 4 of 20 here in this first stage. Oh, It was Cole Custer. Okay, Custer was the one that got the fence. It looks like John Hunter Nemechek might have been on the inside of that one. I don't know, because those two weren't really starting near each other, so I don't know how they ended up together there. But yeah, I guess Custer must have had a really good start, got up alongside Nemechek, and then whatever happened ended up happening. But yeah. Oh, and there's a couple of guys way off course here trying to swerve on the main straightaway, trying to break that draft and trying to side draft each other. That was Allgaier, and I think that's Chandler Smith. Yeah, Chandler Smith, the other driver that were making some big swerves down the front straightaway here to try and determine who gets it. So yeah, here we go. I'll refrain from using the overlay since now I know that they're a little messed up on this version. I got the IndyCar one working right before the stream, but I guess I forgot to save my changes on the NASCAR version of this layout. So I won't have those on-screen graphics of the yellow flag, final lap, and all those. At least not for today. Was really hoping to be able to at least experiment with them. But yeah. Here we go. Brandon Jones trying to make something happen here. He's been in the Xfinity Series for a while. I'm just curious, when is he finally going to hit his stride? Because he really has not impressed in any of the good equipment he's been put in. He was in RCR for a while. Then he ended up in Joe Gibbs for a few years. Didn't produce a ton. He did pick up a few wins at Gibbs. But, and then he ended up going to Junior Motorsports to replace Noah Gragson when Noah Gragson came up to Cup. So, and he so far has not really produced winning speed, and he's not, I don't think he's even in the playoff picture right now for the Xfinity Series either. But yeah, Austin Hill up into the top 10. Nice to see him running up there. But yeah, oh yeah, almost forgot. Let's get the stage 1 poll going. Who wins stage? Simplify the poll down today. We're kind of add a ton of fancy wording. Josh Berry. I know Josh Berry is one that you guys are gonna want on this poll. Let's go with just the top 3 like we normally do. Rick. And let's go with Creed. Sheldon Creed. I apologize if I misspell any drivers' names. I'm not the best at spelling, and I'm trying to do it quick. Other is a nice, easy one to spell. And there we go. So you guys can go ahead and put your votes in for who you guys think is going to win stage number 1 here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And NASCAR went to their first commercial break, which, hey, you know what? Credit to them for not going to commercial break sooner than that. But, yeah, so here we go. Here we go. Right now, though, again, we're kind of just waiting to see how, because we only get updates at a full screen commercial break. I can only see what changes at the end of each lap and in the middle of the laps. A lot can happen, especially at a long track like this one. So hopefully you guys are excited, though. I know I'm certainly excited about this race. Alright, here we go. So yeah, I will say, sitting through a commercial break after what IndyCar put on is a little annoying because IndyCar had almost none of the green flag racing interrupted by a full screen commercial break, for sure. Now, I will say, when it comes to the NASCAR, or when it comes to IndyCar, they did go to side-by-sides at some pretty inopportune times, but it was always side-by-side when they were missing something happening on under green flag 90% of the time. It was, versus in NASCAR where, for all we know, outside the fact that I have the leaderboard and we haven't had a yellow flag fly, for all we know, Josh Berry could have had an engine blown going into turn 1 and ended up piling up himself, Hemrick, and Creed, and just wiped out the entire front half of the field. Again, unlikely, and we know because we can see the little flag indicator that it's not a yellow flag yet, but we haven't gotten to see any of it either, so. So, working lap number 11. For some reason, my leaderboard's quite a bit behind, it seems, compared to the broadcast that I'm watching here. I'm streaming the race on Sling, so if that gives you guys any ideas as to whether or not your traditional cable box getting the USA race, or potentially, I don't know if this race is simulcast on Peacock. I don't think any of the USA races were being simulcasted on Peacock, but yeah, basically, well, certainly I don't know if any of the Xfinity races were going to be on Peacock too, but however you're watching it, that's just kind of an idea of the delay between my view and what you guys might be watching. Because I'm not watching on traditional cable because I don't have traditional cable at this point. And there we go. Looking at the inside, it's Riley Herbst trying to make a pass here on Parker Kligerman. That is the battle for the final playoff spot. Obviously, as it is right now, Riley Herbst does not need to outrun Parker Kligerman. He can run second to Parker Kligerman and not lose a ton of spots. Like right now, he's 17 points above the cut line. If they run there the rest of the season, Herbst would very easily coast into the playoffs, assuming no new winner. But it's very hard to ride right behind Parker Kligerman for like a month and a half, which is what they still have left in the regular season here. Actually, no, their regular season goes till the end of Bristol, maybe even later than that, so they got a long way to go before they're done with their regular season, so. I'm really excited for the Daytona weekend. Hopefully, I'll be able to. I'm definitely going to try and stream both of those races, so that should be a pretty good one. Oh yeah, another update from the. I know I mentioned this during the IndyCar stream as well, but yeah, with the after. I think it was Saturday on, when I was streaming the Xfinity race in New Hampshire. Someone was asking me about a Discord community. I used to have one, and now I've gone and built up a new Discord community group. So if you guys are interested, the link is down below in the description of this video, so you guys can go and join that after the stream. And I'll pop in, I'll definitely pop in there and hang out with you guys. Even got a couple of channels set up for potential content ideas in the near future. But yeah, so hopefully we can get a nice little community going here. But whoa! Who was that? Connor Mosak going really loose in the battle for 8th place there. I think he may have left tire tracks in both directions, but hey, he's still got it going here. Let's see. I want to see this replay again. So, John Hunter, or not John Hunter Nemechek, Justin Allgaier just got into the back of the number 19 car and just got him really loose. Not quite as loose as I maybe initially thought when I first saw it, but still there's no reason that Connor Mosack should have saved that car. But Connor Mosack saved that car, so. Alright, looks like we got people thinking that somebody outside that top 3 is going to come out of nowhere to win this stage in the final 5 laps. Okay. Hey, I don't know everything, but that seems a little bit bold. I think it's probably going to be one of these top 3. I mean, remember, there's not overtime for the stages, so it's not like they can go ahead and potentially get a caution. I think a caution at this point would probably end a stage. It'd be hard to tell, though. I mean, if it's a very minor yellow, maybe we get back racing, but it would be hard to tell. So here we go. So Connor Mosack back into 10th place here. Nemechek running 5th. His other teammate, Sammy Smith, running up inside the top 5 as well. So I'm sure it's not necessarily the best feeling in the world to run, to go ahead and run all the way at the back half of the field here, but man. Or not the back half of the field, but the back of the top 10 at least, when your other 2 teammates are both in the top 5. So, I mean, I'm sure it's not the best for his confidence, but this is also one of his first opportunities in a car this good. Normally, he's running the Sam Hunt Racing Toyotas in the number 24 car, so. Who's the number 24 this week, actually? That's something I don't know. I know, there's a lot of things I don't know, but yeah, that's one of the, that's another one of those things that I just don't know right now is, who is in the number 24 this week? Because Sam Hunt Racing, I'm pretty sure, has 2 full-time cars. I just don't know. I just assumed that at least one of them had a full-time driver. Oh, Corey Heim from the Truck Series is up in the 24 this afternoon. Okay, nice to see him making a move up from the Truck Series for an Xfinity start here. Kaz Gralla in the number 26 truck, so that's another one that you love to see. As we take 3 laps to go here in stage number 1. 3 laps to go. So here we go. 3 laps to go. What can we do with 3 laps here? Again, right now it looks like it's going to be just Josh Berry kind of coasting it to the stage. Now, wait a minute, hold up. Can anyone get to pit road here? Cole Custer is on pit road. I was going to say, I think most everybody else has probably missed their window because of how far ahead Berry is from them. It's going to be hard for anybody else to get to pit road in time, so Cole Custer might be your race leader here when we get ready for the stage to restart. Yeah, really weird that the only one to take advantage of it is Cole Custer, but Josh Berry closes pit road as he takes 2 laps to go here, and Cole Custer, I guess, just went and dominated everything. Oh, come on. What's wrong with the stream now? Why is it saying the stream's over? Stream is not over. Alright, here we go. Alright, so here we go. We got ourselves coming to the white flag here in this stage number 1 here. Let's see. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Berry, or is Hemrick going to absolutely surge back to take this one? If Hemrick surges back, I think he should be named the driver of the 31 automatically, no contest. Because I don't think we've seen a driver be able to close that much ground at a track not named Martinsville in a long time. Because, yeah, obviously the Hail Melon probably would work, except for the fact that it's outlawed. If it weren't for the fact that the Hail Melon was outlawed in NASCAR, I think we would see a Hail Melon might be the only way to get that one. And here we go. Sammy Smith trying to battle back with his teammate here on the final lap of the stage. Sammy Smith, though, losing the ground into the middle of the corner, off the corner. It's going to be John Hunter Nemechek taking the spot over Sammy Smith as Josh Berry, Daniel Hemrick take 1-2. Third. Oh, that battle was for third. I didn't realize Sheldon Creed dropped a ton right before the end of the stage. So, yeah. Second place for John Hunter Nemechek. Third, Sammy Smith. Fourth, Sheldon Creed. Fifth, sixth, Brandon Jones. Fifth was Creed. Seventh, Sam Mayer. Eighth, Justin Allgaier. Connor Mosack comes home ninth. And Austin Hill rounds out your top 10 here in the first stage. So, some good points there, honestly, for a lot of these drivers. Unfortunately, most of the drivers who earn points already have wins outside of Hemrick. Like, Hemrick, Mayer, Josh Berry, I guess. I mean, Berry is pretty safe, but most of the rest of the field does need these points to at least cushion their points battle and or battling it out and trying to keep it close. But yeah, I'm going to run a quick ad right now, and I will be right back. I just have one other thing I forgot I need to go do.
Sports coverage of NASCAR on USA is brought to you by Toyota. And by Progressive. Save when you bundle motorcycle, and boat insurance. Don't forget they're in front of you.
And Sheldon Creed started free, got tighter through the center and exited the run. Went on, you see him top left, but then snappy loose on exit towards the end of the run. You saw the chassis has been one ran out of the lever.
Whoops, not supposed to have the broadcast audio. I meant to have my phone audio off with my earbud disconnected from going too far away. I guess that just reminds me to bring my phone with me if I walk away. So, oh yeah, also need to make sure I grab my NASCAR fan reward points. Oh, I already checked in. Okay, good. Already got my 50 points from this. Josh Berry gets the race off pit road. Hemrick maintains P2. Sheldon Creed gets blocked in behind the 26. Kaz Gralla ends up blocking in the driver of the ends up blocking the driver. The driver of the number 26, Kaz Gralla, or ends up blocking in the driver of the 2. There we go. That's English, I think, maybe. Chaz Gralla, driver of the number 26, ended up blocking in Sheldon Creed on in the pit box, leading to a somewhat unusual running order as they come out of pit road. Again, we'll have to wait a lap or two until we can actually see how they line up, because how they line up could be a little different. But yeah, they're currently at a commercial, and we're under the yellow flag for the end of stage number 1. So, again, sometime in the middle of stage... Actually, you know what? Right now, I'm going to do it. The poll for stage number... for stage 2, just so we don't forget about it, because we got a exciting race on our hands, and we might forget about the stage game. Stage 2. Josh Berry definitely pole. And Hemrick is definitely going on the pole. There we go. For some reason, my mic decided to mute itself. Okay, sorry about that. Thanks for letting me know, because I had no idea that you guys couldn't hear me there. But yeah, here we go. So far, this strategy for Cole Custer is not working out here in stage number 2. He went and pitted late in the stage to flip the strategy and try and get some track position. And so far, he has lost spots to Josh Berry, Justin Allgaier, Brandon Jones, John Hunter Nemechek, and he's been battling with Sammy Smith on and off the entire time. Yep, there we go. Thanks for letting me know, because I had literally no idea that you guys couldn't hear me, so. Yeah. But so far, these junior motorsports cars definitely look like the ones to beat so far. You got Barry, who led and dominated stage number 1. Stage 2 so far, you've got 3 junior motorsports cars inside the top 3, and Sam Mayer running 8 is the other junior motorsports car. But yeah. So we have the poll, obviously, if you guys want to vote on who you guys think is going to win this stage. Looking a lot more unlikely that Cole Custer or Daniel Hemrick are going to be great bets, since Daniel Hemrick, not sure what happened on that restart, but he is way back in 7th place, and Cole Custer obviously losing spots like no tomorrow. So I don't know if flipping that strategy is going to end up working out for. And certainly I would question if we're going to see anybody try and flip the stage as we get closer to the end of stage number 2 here. These stages are really short, honestly. I know that this distance is a little odd, and we don't normally see Xfinity races being. They're usually either a 200 or a 250. Especially when the Cup race is a 400, you would normally expect a 300 or a 250 for the Xfinity distance. So, just feels weird that the race is only going to be. The overall race distance is only going to be. We're going to have 50 laps left at the end of the second stage in the overall race. So, there we go. So they're showing the crew chief for the 00 right now. They were kind of just showing him, kind of talking about the decision, because that was 100%, I think, a crew chief decision to try and flip the strategy. And again, if it bombs, now the good thing is that Custer does already have a win, so he is not going to risk getting bumped out the playoffs. Unlike, say, I'm just going to throw out a couple names here. If Parker Kligerman, Riley Herbst, Sam Mayer, if any of those 3 had tried this strategy and it bombed the way it is for Cole Custer, it would hurt them way worse than it's hurting Cole Custer right now, as Cole Custer falls back to 6th place here, I think. Yeah, there we go. He's fallen back to 6th place. Same thing, Brett Moffitt. Now, granted, Brett Moffitt, he's kind of on the outside looking in already in terms of points, so it wouldn't necessarily. He doesn't have a ton to lose if it fails, but I think he could still theoretically point his way to the playoffs, so we'll have to wait and see. But, yeah. So, some interesting stuff certainly still at play here. We'll just have to wait and see, I think. But, yeah. Now, here's an idea. I just thought about something. Could Junior Motorsports potentially talk with their drivers about trying to scheme either Brandon Jones or Sam Mayer into a win here, since Allgaier and Barry are all but locked in? I think Allgaier has to have won a race, right? I'm trying to remember. Has Allgaier won an Xfinity race this year? He has to have won an Xfinity race this year. Yeah, Allgaier has a win. But where Barry doesn't have a win, it would be a lot harder to talk Barry into giving a win, which could move that cut line closer on him. Oh yeah, Allgaier won in Charlotte. We were there. We watched it live. I say we were in the stands at the track watching the Xfinity race after the Coke 600 wrapped up. I completely forgot that he was the winner of that thing, though, considering how late at night it was. But yeah, so but yeah, so if any of those other, so I'd be curious though, since Brandon Jones is running in that mix, could they try and work on a strategy there? Oh, something's going on with Riley Herbst. He just moved up 2 spots and down 2 spots in a matter, and now back another spot. I think. Oh wait, no, yeah, back and so he moved up 2 spots and then back down 2 spots. So not sure what happened there, but just kind of weird with whatever happened to Riley Herbst. I don't know if he's in a through-eye battle. Hard to tell because the side-by-side camera isn't showing it. Oh, and now NBC showing a promo for their opening Thursday night football game, which is going to be Chiefs-Lions, which honestly might be a pretty decent game. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm curious to see if the Lions can do anything to the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, we're not expecting as much of a fall off from the Chiefs as we saw from the Rams, although we didn't expect the Rams to fall off as bad as they did either. But yeah, here we go. Back to racing though. No one really cares about NFL, especially not right now. It's NASCAR time. So right now it really is Allgaier versus Barry. Jones is kind of a distant third place, but he's holding on to third, which is impressive. And here comes Parker Kligerman trying to flip the strategy. I mean, he wasn't really in position for points, so, I mean, Parker Kligerman, not a bad idea. I just kind of would have hoped that there would be more people trying it if Kligerman was going to try it. I would want to try and make sure that, like, talk up and down the pit road and make sure you know that you have, say, 2 to 3 people that are going to do this with you if you're going to try this. Otherwise, it's kind of a wash because you may say if you're out there and you're the only person trying it, you're really at the risk of. Oh, he might get lapped. Actually, it's going to be tough for him to try and get back up there. He's going to have to block and try and save his lap. Parker Kligerman going to be trying to defend to stay on the lead lap here after playing that card. That's not going to be easy. Oh, man. But, yeah, Parker Kligerman takes the lead with a bold strategy. I just don't know if I would have committed to something like that this early. I mean, yeah. I was going to say, now you got that Barry versus Allgaier fight, and they're both trying to lap a potential playoff spoiler for their teammate. Because if they can lap him, that makes Brandon Jones' job easier. Which, speaking of Brandon Jones, he just lost a spot to John Hunter Nemechek here. And 2 more cars peel off the pit road. 3 more cars trying to peel off the pit road. Sheldon Creed being one of them. Ryan Sieg and Daniel Suarez the other 2. Suarez, there is no real danger there because he is not running for points, obviously. He's a cup driver. With Sheldon Creed, he was a little bit more outside the box because he does need points because he's not locked in. He hasn't won a race yet. And he certainly could, if this goes disastrous, lose a lot of points today. But, yeah. And I'm saying Ryan Sieg ends up doing 2 tires to try and stay on the lead lap here. Coming out of pit road, these guys are going to blend. They have a little bit more comfort and a little bit more wiggle room than the car of Parker Kligerman, but they are all struggling here. Although the fresh tires are going to help them fight off the battle from behind here. Man, we're coming down to the end of stage number 2 here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Let's see. Nemechek, Brandon Jones, Sammy Smith wait, what? Are they just now updating us about the John Hunter Nemechek thing? Because we talked about that minutes ago. We saw that a while back. But yeah, thank you guys, by the way, for everybody that's tuning in here as we get the white flag here in the stage, and Allgaier pokes out, looking to the low side here on his teammate. Pokes back in line here. What is Allgaier willing to do, though, for a playoff point? Better yet, what isn't he willing to do? Is he willing to put a teammate in a compromising position here for a stage point? How compromising a position is he willing to put a teammate in, potentially, for this playoff point? As he's drafting in behind? Or is his plan to just let Barry have the extra point to try and pad that points cushion because Barry hasn't won yet this year? Here we go. Through turn 2. Barry's still holding the lead. Allgaier starting to slip a little further behind. It's going to be hard to make that ground up in this third and final corner. This third and final corner is always a tough one to try and gain any sort of spots. Off of turn number 3, it is going to be Josh Berry, Justin Allgaier to the bottom. Berry wins the stage. Josh Berry, Allgaier made it look really cool. I don't know if he was really trying to make a pass there. And Cole Custer passed Sammy Smith back. So Cole Custer battles back and passes Sammy Smith before the end of the stage. And Riley Herbst ends up passing Daniel Hemrick there. So ultimately your stage results on the side of the screen, as you guys can see, are Josh Berry, Justin Allgaier, John Hunter Nemechek, Brandon Jones, Cole Custer in the top 5, Sammy Smith, Sam Mayer, Riley Herbst, Daniel Hemrick, and Chandler Smith rounding out the top 10 and the drivers who earned points. So there we go. 2 stages in the books. So there we go. Two stages in the books. We've got one final stage. It's going to be 50 laps to the checkers. Hopefully you guys are excited. If you guys are, of course, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. We'll be live tomorrow, obviously, for the NASCAR Cup Series race from Pocono. I'll try and be live as soon as possible. I get out of work at 2, so I'm going to be scrambling to get home in time to see the start of the race. But I'm going to try and be here for you guys. So again, but obviously there's still 50 laps to go here in this race, so a long way to go. But yeah. So Josh Berry ends up winning the stage. We actually had more than one person that got that one right, although I don't know how many of those votes might have piled in right at the very end. But yeah. Another NFL commercial. I will say I am excited to see how my Indianapolis Colts can do this season with the brand new quarterback that we got, Anthony Richardson. But I don't know. It's kind of one of those where we're only just starting a rebuild, and a rebuild is going to take more than just one. It's going to take more than 1 year for that Colts rebuild to happen, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah. Let me know, by the way, who your guys' favorite drivers, or I guess since we're talking NFL right now, let me know who you guys are rooting for in that too. Even though, again, the NFL is still a couple months out. But yeah. I guess one other thing I can talk about, because I don't know if my mic was muted during this or if this was during the the IndyCar stream that we did earlier, but over on the pace car is in front now. Yeah, I know the pace car is in front. After they throw the caution flag for the stage. But yeah. So once or twice a week so far as of lately, I've been putting up a poll both on my NASCAR community or on my YouTube community tab. Also, I have a Facebook page and and Twitter, so where I've been putting up the same polls. So if you guys want to put feedback in that goes into helping me decide what I'm doing in terms of content. Like, for example, today I wasn't sure I'd be able to do both Xfinity and IndyCar, so I figured I'd ask you guys what you guys wanted to see. So polls like that one, other polls I've been putting up on both Facebook, Twitter, and obviously here on the YouTube community tab. as ways for you guys to be involved in the content that we're making here on YouTube. So, also I've been putting up some of the Immaculate Grid style posts over on Twitter as well. So if you guys want to flex some NASCAR knowledge, go ahead and try and solve those. I'm going to try and put one out once a day, maybe once every other day. I might miss a day here or there. And Alex LeBay wins the race off pit road as they come back from commercial break. And Alex LeBay just won the race off pit road. Oh, wait, never mind. No tires. That explains it. I was going to say, that is one of the fastest pit crews I've ever seen with a pit stop. But, yeah, Alex LeBay does take no tires. And looks like he may end up taking the lead of the race here, at least, for a little while. But, yeah, here we go. Ugh. So, yeah, again, those are some of the places that if you guys want to be involved in the content here on the channel, those would be some great places to give some feedback, as well as I also have relaunched my Discord community that I tried to build up a couple years ago. So the link to the new Discord community is also in the description. So, but yeah, I think that's most of the updates for what I'm doing in terms of the channel, because I don't know how many of those, when I explained them earlier, my mic might have been muted for, but yep. Alright, so yeah, right now though, just gonna kind of take a peek down the leaderboard, just kind of, although leaderboard's probably a little off right now. Oh man, that was really itchy. But yeah. Just kind of looking down through. Chase Elliott, honestly, the Cup guys have been fairly anonymous today. Suarez will be at the top of the leaderboard when we get everything back going. But, I mean, Chase Elliott's quietly in 16th place, and Ty Dillon, we haven't even heard from him. Where is he running? Where is Ty Dillon? Oh, there he is, 26th place. What happened? But, yeah, so, looks like race 2 for Iowa, in the Indy cars is tomorrow at 2 o'clock as well, so I won't be able to do both, and I'm going to definitely focus on the NASCAR Cup Series race at Pocono instead of the IndyCar race, even though IndyCars at Iowa is such a good race. But, yeah, obviously, this channel is primarily a NASCAR channel. We're a NASCAR channel first, so when it comes to at least Cup Series, I will definitely prioritize Cup Series over anything else if it's happening at the time. So, but yeah, Xfinity and trucks though, if say it's overlapping with IndyCar, definitely is a possibility that you could see me doing some kind of IndyCar or even F1 content, because F1 is another series I watch somewhat regularly when I'm able to, because that's the hard thing about F1 is that it happens at stupid hours of the day for us here in the U.S. because of the fact that they're racing all over the world, and it's choose cone time. Allgaier and Suarez on the front row. Wait, did Allgaier end up staying out? How is Allgaier at the front of the field? Alright, Allgaier takes the outside lane here. Suarez inside. Creed took the outside. Ryan Sieg inside. And Parker Kligerman takes the outside. And then it's Barry. So it looks like LeBay did come back to pit road. I guess he just missed his pit box or something, causing him to gain all those spots. So Alex LeBay probably starting out back at this point. But, yeah. So here we go. Hopefully you guys are excited. I know I am. But yeah. So just kind of getting ready. Oh, Austin Hill with a penalty. Ooh, that hurts. So 50 laps for Hemrick to try and go from last, or not for Hemrick, for Hill to go from last to first here. Gonna go ahead and put up the poll. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna wait till the because I'm assuming there's gonna be a caution here early. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was hoping to be at New Hampshire last week, but ultimately work kept me. Wouldn't give me the time off to go to New Hampshire. So, but being at a NASCAR race, there is literally, I don't think there is anything better on planet Earth at this point. So, curious to see what Justin Allgaier is gonna do. He's got 20 lap old tires on that car. Oh, we got a wreck in the back! Big wreck behind the top six, and oh my, everybody scatters to avoid him. Luckily, it's a wide straightaway, and big wreck. John Hunter Nemechek's involved. Nemechek, Custer, both involved with actually not a lot of damage, it looks like, on Custer's car. Oh, wait, no, that's a pretty big dent. Just kind of the angle that we were looking at it didn't really let us see that. But yeah, no, that's definitely a bigger dent than it looked like at first. But yeah, there is. I know that, like, when they do their NASCAR ads and everything, that they say, oh yeah, there's nothing like being at a NASCAR race or nothing like camping out at one. I was at Bristol in 2021, Bristol Dirt, in the monsoon conditions, and yeah, if it can be good even in that condition, okay. Yeah, that camera angle is next to impossible to really tell what happened. Here we go. Maybe this one will tell us a little bit better. But yeah, there's nothing better than being at the track. And oh, so Chase Elliott got really loose and wiggled off of the nose of the 16, and then something happened off to the side. I gotta see what happens here. Okay, here we go. On board with the um that's the wrong onboard, but it looks like Nemechek got pushed, lost the track, and yeah, so Nemechek lost the track and got that one. So yeah, so yeah, everybody was kind of just diving out of line, trying to just not run into the back of somebody. But yeah, it looked like Custer, or not Custer, somebody behind Nemechek got into the back bumper of Nemechek, forced him into the forced him to get loose, and then he ended up tagging the the 00 of Cole Custer. So, all right, that was really quick yellow. So I probably won't do the poll here, but I am gonna go use the bathroom real quick while we're at a caution, and it will be a minute before we're actually back to racing. Alright, I'm back, and yeah, so still no real idea as to what happened to cause that yellow. Just kind of looked like a stack up on the field. Kind of your traditional stack up old tires. And just make sure, okay, my mic didn't automatically mute itself this time, so we're all good. Just kind of, man, and the fact that this happened last week too, kind of, again, like last week it was them playing games, trying to wait till the very last second in the restart zone to go. But yeah. This time, I think it was just the fact that the old tires weren't allowing him to try and go. But yeah. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this. I'm certainly having a ton of fun and looking forward to tomorrow's Cup race for sure. 400 miles, so that's what, 160 laps around here. But yeah, William Byron on the pole position, Truex starting second. Curious to see how this will go, but mind you, I recorded my video before my fantasy video before qualifying, but I mentioned it was going to be a Hendrick versus Gibbs kind of day, and Hendrick and Gibbs have the front row. So, yeah, that's just kind of a brief preview of my Fantasy Friday video that isn't obviously coming out on Friday because it's Saturday at this point already. But yeah, again, that video should be out late tonight or early tomorrow. One of those two, but yeah, that accompanied along with obviously a live stream of the NASCAR Cup Series race tomorrow at 2. So again, gonna try and race home so I can actually be here for the start of the race. I may miss the initial green flag, depending on how much pre-race they put in, which sometimes, like today, it was nice because we were able to actually have a decent amount of pre-race for the Xfinity race, so I could just kind of sit back. I actually watched a little bit of Countdown to Green on my phone before coming down here for the to go back on the live stream. But yeah, so but yeah, so right now though, the main thing I've got for regular videos going on is I might start doing a NASCAR Heat 5 career mode if you guys would like to see that. That might be something I'll ask you guys about in a poll, probably. But the main thing I've got is I've been trying to do race recaps of the races. I didn't get one done after last week's New Hampshire race just because life got busy. And then also I've been doing a Fantasy Friday series where I break down the NASCAR Fantasy Live game and who are some good value picks, as well as just talking about the betting odds in general. So if anyone likes to play some DraftKings Sportsbook or something, just letting you guys know who might be some good bets to place a bet on. So we've been doing that for 2 weeks now, and this is kind of the first week that it isn't actually coming out on Friday. So a little upset that that I wasn't able to get it done for Friday, but ultimately it will be up. So yeah. But yeah, working on some other ideas as well for content. Hard to really tell who that car is that I still haven't seen exactly who it was that was pushing Nemechek on the restart that caused the pile up. But yeah. It was whoever was on Nemechek's bumper. I just don't know who it was because I think they had a yellow bumper, so it's a rookie. There aren't that many rookies near the front of the field. Possibly Chandler Smith, Mosak maybe. I think maybe it was Connor Mosak. So Parker Kligerman with an issue shifting, it looks like, or some kind of issue getting through the gears. So it sounds like he may have had an issue, but ultimately that issue might have kept him out of that wreck, honestly. So. Oh, no. Oh, wait. No, never mind. Kligerman was one of the guys up ahead. He didn't. He was kind of the cause of the stack up that led to the to whoever running into the back of John Hunter Nemechek. So I think I'm starting to piece together what happened, but yeah. Ultimately, though, not great. So here we go. Are they get? Oh, is this a restart? Okay. NBC, you did next to nothing to let me know that the restart was coming there, but we're green. Green flag is out, and we're racing again in stage number 3, the final stage here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Pocono. And Suarez in the number 10 car able to get out ahead and just kind of launch to the lead. And I say, Allgaier in that Reese's car trying to take that lead away. Got Josh Berry almost looking to like he wanted to go 3 wide, but now Allgaier gets in front of his teammate there, and Allgaier able to clear going into the turn, and Justin Allgaier, your race leader. All right, so Suarez, NASCAR Cup Series driver, and this is one of his better tracks. Now, I'm curious to see what he ends up doing here in this Colleague Chevy. Because that Colleague Chevy is a pretty good car in this Xfinity Series. I know in the Cup Series they're kind of average, but the Colleague cars are actually pretty solid in this NASCAR Xfinity Series here. So there we go. Let's see. So Ryan Sieg is still up there in the top, 5. Potentially could try and steal this win. Have to wait and see, but Elliott showing his face up in the top 10 for the first time today. So nice to see Chase Elliott finally popping his head up out of his little groundhog hole, I'm sure. But yeah, right now though, Ryan Sieg barely able to side draft against the guys on the outside. And yeah, there we go. A nice push from the 2 of Sheldon Creed, and Daniel Suarez has a nice run. He gets clear. And Chase Elliott going 3 wide here on Ryan Sieg, and I think that's Chandler Smith. Hard to tell. Yeah, that was Chandler Smith that he took it 3 wide on. And yeah, 3 wide here. Now it's Kligerman, I think that is 3 wide with Sieg and Chandler Smith. Don't think Chandler Smith really appreciates getting past 3 wide twice in a row. And then he loses out the spot to Ryan Sieg as well, so he's going to be like 10th place here. He's 8th, actually. He only ends up 8th. Not bad. I mean, certainly could be better, but could be worse. But, yeah, so those 2 drivers, though, they end up tanking each other. You get stuck in behind someone or stuck beside them, and suddenly everybody's trying to take advantage of you guys being side by side. Because yeah, that battle for side by side makes passing a whole lot easier. But now, Chase Elliott and Creed shaking it up here. Sheldon Creed back to the lead of this battle between Elliott and Creed. The actual battle for the lead here is essentially just 2 teammates trying to play the runaway game, because right now I don't think either driver really has an intent to lead this race necessarily. They're just trying to get away from the field, try and minimize the amount of options that the field has to do. I'm going to go ahead and start putting up the race pick poll now that we're sufficiently into stage number 3. Wait. Oh, why are they battling for the lead? I thought they were going to play the teammate game. I mean, Allgaier has significantly older tires, and I could see him potentially playing the second fiddle here to Josh Berry and just kind of working with him. Okay. Oh. Okay, I must have a hotkey set up or something that is keeping switching my the scene that I'm on and keep trying to pull up my gameplay, even though I'm not trying to do gameplay. So let's go Josh Berry. Oh, and here comes Suarez to pit road. Did not expect green flag pit stops either. And then the last option is other, which is nice and easy to spell, which is nice. Alright, there we go. So, got the poll here. The poll up and, oh, what the? Okay, I'll have to check my hotkeys after the stream, because I do not know what hotkeys I have set up that is causing it to tab to every random bit, but yeah, so here we go. So the poll is up, though, if you guys want to go ahead and vote on who you guys think is going to win this stage. Allgaier, though, coming into the pits, maybe right now not the best time to do it. Wait until you see the results of this green flag stop. Might help decide where you want to go in, with picking a driver to win. Although you could just go other and hope that Elliott can find his way to the win. And other would give you a lot of other options other than just Elliott, but Elliott would be one of them. But right now it's Berry and Elliott, 1-2. Creed third. Fourth is Kligerman. Rounding out the top five, Ryan Sieg right now, so we'll have to wait and see what ends up happening in terms of this fuel mileage, but seems like a lot of drivers kind of taking this chance to try and pit right now. And honestly, I mean, you can make it from here to the end on fuel, so I don't see why not. Why not pit now? But yeah, here we go. Chandler Smith coming to pit road. Not sure who else because they put up a Toyota graphic. Okay, that is Mosak. Connor Mosak coming to pit road as well. And Sammy Smith is also on pit road. So here we go. Sammy Smith. He's got his 4 tires and he's away. It's like Connor Mosak, he's got his Connor Mosak went with 2 tires. Ooh, interesting. Curious to know why you went for that. But, yeah. So if you guys are enjoying the stream, of course, leave a like and subscribe. But, yeah, here we go. Parker Kligerman coming into the pit road. Cliggy coming into pit road. And there's the pit box, so. Again, right now we're just kind of waiting for pit road cycle to finish. Taz Gralla also on pit road. Looks like Kligerman might have gone 2 tires here early on in this early on in this final stage to try and get some track position. Probably, I would guess. I mean, hard to really tell because I wouldn't really assume 2 tires is great, especially if you're expecting a long run to the checkers here. I mean, it'll get you the lead for now, but you will lose a lot of time, a lot of speed over time here. And wow, we're up to 21 people on the live stream. Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuning in. Of course, feel free to go ahead and participate in the poll as to who you guys think is going to win this stage. We got 3-4 votes already. We got 1 vote for everybody, so nobody's left out without a vote this time, unlike Russell Wilson in the MVP in the NFL. But yeah. Speaking of votes, though, the guy who's won the most popular driver in Cup the last few years based on the fan vote, running second place here, Chase Elliott. Certainly, I think he's probably a lot of people's favorite, although he's had a very quiet day, which is surprising that Chase Elliott has just had a really quiet day here, running second now, but he's been in the mid-teens most of the day. But yeah, here we go. And coming to pit road, it is... Who's that? Is that Berry? Yep, that's Josh Berry coming down pit road. Josh Berry coming down pit road here. Gonna hand the lead to Chase Elliott. Sheldon Creed comes down pit road. What will Brandon Jones do? Jones stays out. Sieg stays out. Ty Dillon stays out to take fourth. First time we've really mentioned him outside of looking through the field trying to find where on earth are all the Cup guys. Riley Herbst has stayed out to this point. Sam Mayer, Moffitt, Austin Hill, Parker Retzloff. We haven't mentioned Parker Retzloff's name today, but he's a really good driver. Kyle Sieg, first time we've mentioned him. Anthony Alfredo, first time we've mentioned him. Josh Williams, first time we've mentioned him. I'm noticing a trend here. But yeah, we'll give a lot of people shout outs, and we will have mentioned every driver by the end of the race. Because at the end of these streams, I always go through the full running order to give every team and driver the credit I feel they deserve for at least showing up and doing more than me, because they're in the race. I'm sitting in my basement. In fact, it's not even my basement, it's my parents' basement. But yeah. Hopefully I'll have my own place here, within the year, so. That's the hope, at least, is that I'll have a place to call my own. But yeah, right now though, Chase Elliott and Brandon Jones here for the race lead potentially. Actually, that's a pretty big gap there. And Jones Jones is trailing by 6 seconds. I didn't realize the gap was so big there. So here we go. They're going to commercial break here with about half a pit cycle completed and half a pit cycle still to go. Oh, and at least it's side-by-side commercial. I will say that much. NASCAR, good job on the timing of a side-by-side commercial when we are going to be waiting for some more pit stops here. But yeah, so welcome everybody to the live stream. Glad to see so many people turning up for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Of course, remember, I'm going to be doing the same thing for the NASCAR Cup Series tomorrow around 2 o'clock when the NASCAR Cup Series race begins. But yeah. Just trying to make sure I mention that every once in a while because don't want people to forget. But yeah. Right now, I mean, commercial breaks, it does feel excessive, but hey, I can't complain about side-by-sides when I'm asking all the time for, if you're going to do a commercial, try and do it side-by-side. Like, for example, IndyCar. I mean, I don't think IndyCar had much for actual green flag racing that was disrupted by yellows, or that was disrupted by a full-screen commercial break. I mean, unless it was at a very boring time, like right after a pit road cycle or something. I think maybe there was 1 or 2 times where they went to a full screen commercial break while still under the green flag. I know they had a 1 yellow for Graham Rahal spinning out and crashing. But yeah. So right now we're just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen here. Feels weird to say that Chase Elliott getting chased down by the 9 car. But yeah, here we go. But man, here we go. Of course, man. So it looks like Allgaier is currently the favorite to win the stage based on our community poll that we put up here. Let me know if you guys like to see me potentially do this as well on Twitch. I'd be interested in possibly doing it. I just don't know if my current computer would be able to do both, so I could try it. Again, another thing I will probably ask you guys about on Twitter and in my Facebook page as well, as on the on my YouTube community tab here too. So, but I will almost certainly still say the streams will stay on YouTube as well. It's just about whether or not I want to try the multi-stream, to stream both to YouTube and Twitch. But yeah, if you guys just aren't interested in seeing me stream on Twitch, then I don't have to stream NASCAR stuff on Twitch. I do want to get back into Twitch streaming. I can just stream my YouTube gaming stuff, or some of my just regular gaming stuff. And oh, here comes Josh Williams down to pit road. Josh Williams coming to pit road here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. So here we go. Chase Elliott still leads. And say Riley Herbst has more fuel on. Riley Herbst and Sam Mayer, the first guys with more gas on board. And looking down through the field, it looks like Josh Berry and Justin Allgaier back in 18th and 19th are the first guys who have pitted recently and can probably make it the whole way. I'd be curious to see, though, how far these guys think they can actually fuel save it, because it could be an interesting one to see if they can fuel save it all the way to the checkers here. I certainly don't think any of the guys near the front, now maybe Austin Hill, maybe an Anthony Alfredo might be able to fuel save to the end, although that would be an extreme stretch to try and stretch it to the end. So I would say probably not on whether or not they would be able to stretch it to the end. But yeah, so here we go. We're in the middle of a really intense green flag pit stop, though. Hopefully nothing goes too awry here. But yeah, well, wow, we are up to 24 people watching right now. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuning in. No. Oh, wait, YouTube's trying to put ads in here. We'll give you guys the skip on the ads for right now. So no ads for right now. We're going to try and get through the green flag cycle before I go and start putting ads in. But yeah, so 22 laps to go here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Pocono, and it's looking like a very good finish to the race here. I'm hoping. I personally, now I know not all of you guys have seen a lot of my videos probably, but I am an absolute sucker for a amazing fuel mileage race. So. Like, for example, the Ryan Blaney win here was a nice long run, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to remember some of the other great fuel mileage races. I mean, Chase Elliott's first win at Watkins Glen, that fuel mileage battle to the checkers. Trying to think of some of the other ones. The 2017 Daytona 500, I think, was a fuel mileage race. 2017 Coke 600, I know, was a fuel mileage race, and that was an awesome one to see kind of everybody battling it out and ultimately sputtering coming to the checkers. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of who won the 2017 Coke 600, but still credit. Oh wait, whoa! Kaz Gralla goes around, and how did we not get a caution for that? How did Kaz keep it going good enough to not have a caution for that? I mean, the damage looks minimal on the car, but man, how on earth do you spin like that? Okay, here we go. Kaz Gralla comes down into pit road just ahead of Chase Elliott here. Uh-oh. Wonder what's going to happen here with those two. Alright, oh, good. For some reason, I thought that Gralla was right ahead of Chase Elliott in terms of pit box, but no, he's right ahead of Creed's pit box here. So Chase Elliott finally coming in for his pit stop, getting his gas and tires for the run to the checkers. Kaz Gralla trying to figure out, okay, I want to see what happened here. Let's see. What happened to Kaz Gralla? So Kaz and looked like Sammy Smith. Oh. Wait, Corey Heim? Wow! did he even hit the fence? I'm not even sure. I'm not even certain he actually hit the fence. But yeah, I think that was some teammate on teammate drama there, potentially. Although I thought that was Sammy Smith for sure, but I don't know. I haven't seen Corey Heim much in this race, so possibly Corey Heim has a similar paint scheme to Sammy Smith. So, but yeah, that was an amazing save by Kaz Gralla. Not sure how he managed to save that, and they go to a side-by-side commercial break as we have cycled through a few more of these stops. We still have Brandon Jones, Ryan Sieg, and Ty Dillon 1, 2, 3, which are all out there on fuel mileage. And in fact, I think everybody on the screen right now, I think probably needs to pit at least one more time to make it to the end of this race on fuel. I'm I said I'd be shocked if anyone, maybe Austin Hill or Anthony Alfredo, as I said, one of those two might be able to surprise and make it, but I'd be very shocked. Same thing with Joe Graff Jr., who I'm just now seeing pop into that top 10. But Josh Berry actually up to 9th place here though, as we got some more pit stops happening here. Curious to see what ends up happening, but Josh Berry moving up. He's got a pretty good shot at kind of initializing that, hey, you can't just fuel save, otherwise you're going to lose too much time to me. But yeah, I think a lot of these guys though are just kind of hoping to make it to a caution flag at this point. Especially guys like Alfredo who have Josh Berry breathing down their neck. Or guys like Jeremy Clements who have already been passed by Josh Berry. I think they're going to be hoping for a caution here to try and hope for a yellow that would force both of them to pit. Since everybody would come for 4 tires, assuming that they still have an extra set available. I don't know what the tire limit is, and I have certainly not been keeping track of sets of tires for each of the teams, so maybe we'll see. But yeah, hopefully you guys are excited. This is a pretty good Xfinity race, honestly. I was unsure if this race would be able to perform very well, but and here we go. Here comes Jeremy Clements, and looks like, is Cole Custer out of gas? He's going really slow down the second straightaway here. The second chute, the one in between 2 and 3. That's the way I always the way I'm going to try and call them. Now, I don't know which one is technically the long pond straightaway versus the other straightaway, but I call them straightaway. The straightaway 1 is between turn 1 and 2. And then between 2 and 3 is the second straightaway. And then obviously the main straightaway is the main straightaway. That's how I call them. So if you guys are trying to listen along and aren't watching, just so you guys know what I'm calling them. But yeah, 15 laps to go here. And Josh Berry Berry and Allgaier are starting to make their way back towards this front of the field. So it sounds like Ryan Sieg may be coming to pit road here within the next handful of laps. 2, maybe 3 more laps for Sieg before he comes to pit road. Oh! That's a very big lick to the fence for Justin Allgaier. Justin Allgaier with a big lick to the fence. But yeah, good job on Allgaier for not completely killing the car, I guess, but I'm going to say, you can't do that and expect to beat Josh Berry. I think this might be Josh Berry getting his first Xfinity win of the season, lock himself into the playoffs, and not have to worry about points the remainder of it. We'll have to wait and see, because there's a long way to go in this race. 15 laps around this track is an eternity. I mean, what is it? It's 2.5 miles, right? So, that's over 40 miles, I think, yeah. But yeah, here we go. But yeah, also just really quick, if you guys don't know, we are working our way towards the goal of 2,500 subscribers. So, again, we can't make it to that number before. We can't make it to that number without your guys' help. I'm gonna try and get there before Patrick and I end up running our Advent calendar series that we run that we try and run every December. We missed last year entirely, and the year before that was cut short just due to Patrick's lack of interest in it. But yeah. Oh, I need to go ahead and switch earbuds. But yeah, so we're trying to get to that to 2,500 to 2,500 before that point. Would be amazing if we could hit that. All right, and here we go. Oh, coming to pit road, it is Ryan Sieg coming to pit road. So Ryan Sieg, we knew he was coming soon, so he is on pit road right now. He has given up, I don't know if he had the option to do anything else, but he has given up essentially any chance of a win here, because winning while pitting is going to be really hard unless he gets a yellow right now, which, oh, no, wait, no. Sorry, hard to tell with the access road. Sometimes it looks like cars are just driving right through the grass, but no, there's actually an access road there. That's Parker Retzloff trying to just nurse his car to the pit road, because I think he is really low on fuel. He's swerving side and side, just trying to get any fuel onto that gas pickup as he can. Yeah, so I think Parker Retzloff might have been completely out of fuel, which means probably Moffitt's not far behind. Same thing with Smithley, who I think Smithley might be on pit road right now. But Brandon Jones, he's going to have to be on. He's got to be low on fuel here. And here comes Ty Dillon coming to pit road. Ty Dillon in the number 3 car. He finally bites the bullet and comes to pit road. So again, we're just waiting to see what's going to happen. But man, it's going to be tough. That's for sure. Looks like Josh Berry versus other is kind of the battle in the poll for who's going to win this stage, or who's going to win this race. Not even the stage at this point. But here we go. It is going to be I think this is a battle between Berry and Allgaier at this point. These Junior Motorsports cars have been really good. No, there's a yellow! We got a spin! There's no way. Yeah, there we go. There's the yellow flag. They were about to go to commercial break here, and we get a yellow for the 35. Is that Patrick Emmerling, I think? That's gotta... Oh, no, that's Joey Gase. Sorry, I thought that was Patrick Emmerling. And oh, there's a tire rub on the 7. I don't know if he got involved in what caused that spin. Oh, yep. Let's see. Oh. What on earth was the... Justin Allgaier? I hope that was just a mistake, but man, that was a terrible mistake. I mean, he just drove right over the guy. I mean, maybe it was the fact that maybe the 35 was way off the pace, and I'm just kind of throwing blame at the wrong guy, but man, looked like Allgaier just drove right through him. But granted, it's not like Allgaier did too much to get himself an advantage, because he's now got a ton of damage, and he might have just ruined a chance for his teammate to win, because Chase Elliott's now right back in the picture with fresher tires. So if you have the extra set of tires, I think you come to pit road here. If you don't, you take the track position. Now, if you were, say, just on pit road, if you were a Ty Dillon, a Ryan Ellis, a Brett Moffitt, those 3 have just been on pit road. They were literally pretty much on pit road as the caution flew. I think those 3 could stay out here and try and make this interesting. But here we go. Okay, hey, you know what? I will say this much. I love to see, and I give major credit whenever a driver can admit to a mistake. And Allgaier there on the radio just admitted that, hey, I just flat out wrecked him. It wasn't intentional. So, again, it's kind of one of those things where, where, again, I went after him, but I'll backpedal a little bit. Major credit to Allgaier for being able to admit a mistake there, because, yeah, just got in too deep, I guess, and certainly didn't anticipate the right speed, because, yeah, I wasn't sure if it was premeditated, because, again, we hadn't seen anything between those two before, but, yeah. So, here we go. Wait, they're trying to get... Austin Hill's trying to save it to the checkers from here? Wait, where is Austin Hill running? He's fourth. Okay. I can kind of see it, but there's no way you're going to be able to fuel save. I mean, you're on that old of tires. You're not going to be able to make it. Right? I say, honestly, I think if I'm one of these guys, I was trying to fuel save, I'd come to pit road here, I get 4 fresh tires. I get 4 fresh tires here, and I try and drive my way back through the field. I'm not necessarily giving up, but I'm reevaluating my position now that we've gotten this caution. And there's a lot of people coming to pit road. Allgaier, no doubt, needs to come to pit road. He needs to get that car fixed. But, yeah. Alright, they're putting scuffs on Allgaier's car, so Allgaier may be out of tires? That seems weird, because no, he should have more sense than anybody, because he played the extra strategy to try and end up with extra scuffs on. That doesn't make sense. I don't know why he would be putting scuffs on. He should have more sets than anybody else in terms of sets of tires. But Brandon Jones on pit road as well. Let's see what's the race off pit road going to look like between these guys, although obviously a lot of guys stayed out. And they're not going to show the race off pit road. Are you kidding me? Come on. I mean, NBC, I get it. It's not the race for the win. And not everybody was on pit road there, but man. I feel like you have to show the race. Or not even necessarily show the race, but show the results of the race off pit road. But I guess we're just going to have to wait and see what order they all end up lining up in here. So here we go. Hopefully you guys are excited for this one. We got, as I say, we're going to be going to the checkers here. We got 10 laps to go. It's going to be chaotic. That's for sure. So here we go. Sonic commercial. I've never actually been to a Sonic. That's gonna be that's gonna be something I'm gonna have to try at some point. A lot of southern restaurant chains I haven't tried. Like Bojangles, Cookout. There's a lot of those that I've heard a lot of great reviews about. I've just never ended up in a position where I wanted to try one because there was always a Chick-fil-A nearby, and Chick-fil-A is something we don't have up here either, and it's really, really good. Maybe a tad bit overrated, honestly, for Chick-fil-A, but it is still one of the best fast food fried chickens. Between the chicken and then the waffle fries, it's one of the best fast food meals. So here we go. People didn't say it looks like Allgaier's got a slim lead here Barry's got a slim lead here in the poll for who you guys think is going to win this one. So let's see. We got a decent amount of people entering this one. Normally we only see about 4 or 5 people putting in a vote on a good poll. First 2 polls for the day got 4 and 5 votes each. We got 10 votes now. So let's see. Hey, you know what? Let's see if we can get 25 votes on that poll up there. That'd be amazing if we could see 25 votes on the poll, but yeah. So here we go. Showing some commercials for the NASCAR Xfinity series, showing off some of the massive and horrifying wrecks that we've had in the last year or two. And Road America next Saturday. Wait, where's NASCAR at next Saturday? NASCAR is not at Road America. Where's Cup at next? I just completely blanked. Oh, we go to Richmond, so why can't Richmond be a Saturday night race? Seriously, like that'd be so cool to see. At least one. And I've been saying this for a while, but if a track has 2 races, there's no reason that the track shouldn't have one night race, one day race. If again, the track has the ability to. I understand Talladega doesn't have lights and or can't afford to put up lights or whatever, but it's gonna be I would say that one definitely gets a mulligan in terms of the in terms of that rule, but I would say especially the short tracks like Martinsville, if Martinsville's gonna have 2 dates, Saturday night race, potentially late in the playoffs, have it be a Saturday night race, and then have a Sunday day race in the spring, since we've clearly seen that a night race for Martinsville makes it way too cold for any sort of PJ1 or tire wear to exist. And Riley Herbst, Sam Mayer, Austin Hill, the front 3. Josh Berry in 3rd. So Josh Berry, he's in 4th place, but Sam Mayer chose second car outside lane. So Berry is second car inside lane here. And I say, especially if he has a deal worked out potentially with Mayer. I don't know if he does, especially this late in the race. I don't know if there's a possibility of a deal. But yeah, here we go. 7 laps to go, and again, Mayer is on fumes. There's no way Mayer makes it to the end of this thing. I have no idea why he stayed out here. Smithley, I mean, it's gonna be. I'm gonna be curious to see. Imagine if Riley Herbst fuel saves his way to a race win here. Yeah, because I could flip the strategy here of the playoffs, but here we go. Let's see what's gonna happen here. It's gonna be 6 laps to go, I believe, when we go green. So let's see. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. We got 37 people in here for the live stream as we're getting ready to go green flag racing with 6 laps to go here at Pocono for the Xfinity Series. Hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new, and we're gonna be getting ready to go racing here. Pace car dives for cover, leaving the field in the hands of Riley Herbst and Sam Mayer. Oh wait, no, sorry, Riley Herbst and Austin Hill. Green flag is out, and we are racing at Pocono. So here we go. Green flag back out, and we are racing once again here at the Tricky Triangle. 6 laps to go. Austin Hill and Riley Herbst on the front row. Josh Berry into 3rd, up to 2nd, looking on the inside for the lead on Austin Hill. Austin Hill has nothing for tires to compete with Josh Berry right now, even though Josh Berry has half-life tires at this point. Austin Hill has no way to compete, and certainly between saving fuel and the tires, there is no way for him to save it and make this one really a good fight. But right now, though, we're going to have to wait and see, because, again, we don't know. There could be another caution still. But we will have to wait and see. Josh Berry does get to the lead. He is clear, and he is going to be the race leader here as we go to the line. 5 laps to go. 5 to go here at Pocono. So, here we go. It's going to be a fun race here as we get ready for the end of the NASCAR Xfinity Series race. So Berry, Hill, Herbst, Mayer, Chase Elliott up into the top 5. Nice to see Chase Elliott with a big recovery after a really mediocre day otherwise. Ryan Sieg. Oh, whoa! Chase Elliott 3 wide on the bottom for Chase Elliott. Ends up losing out a couple spots there. I don't know if he got loose or what happened. Contact in between there. There was contact between like 4 different cars in the middle of the pack there. Hard to tell. Oh, we got a caution flag. Somebody against the fence. Not sure who. But we got a yellow flag out, and it's a Toyota, it looks like. Who is it? Oh, it's the Irwin Tools Toyota for Connor Mosack. Connor Mosack ends up with a tire down and in the fence. Not sure what was the cause of it, but we've got ourselves a caution. We're probably going to overtime. Overtime racing. So, at this point, Austin Hill, Herbst, you guys blew it by not pitting earlier, because now you're just going to lose even more. And I say, in terms of the actual fuel distance, like in terms of the distance, you're just going to have to bite the bullet here, because you can't make it, I don't think. And you certainly can't compete for the win right now. So it's going to be tough, because you're going to lose a ton of track position here, but I don't really see any other options here. I wish I did, because I would love to say that, oh yeah, Austin Hill can stay out and try and make the tires last, but I think we just saw in that past restart, it's going to be very tough to make the tires last. So here we go. Yeah, I'm going to say, Hill, Herbst, Mayer just want this race to be called, well, maybe not Hill, but Herbst certainly wants this race, Herbst and Mayer both want this race to be called right now. It's downpouring. They want it to be called, but ultimately it's not raining, so they can't really convince NASCAR to throw a rain yellow to end this one. But yeah, so the reason why I say Austin Hill doesn't care as much is that he already has multiple wins on the season. He isn't gonna hurt as badly as Herbst, who is on the cut line, and Mayer, who also needs points to try and survive the playoff, to make it to the playoffs at least. So here we go. It is a really tough call, though. I mean, again, it's never an easy call whenever you have to pit from the lead with only like a handful of laps to go. If you'd made that pit stop earlier, though, if you made that pit stop at the last caution when a lot of other people were pitting, you have a chance to win the race off pit road, or at least fight for the race off pit road, survive a couple spots. Now you're going to be tail of the field. But yeah, if they don't pit, though, that's going to be a massive advantage for Josh Berry, because you have 3 cars on really old tires trying to make it work, and that's going to give Berry a ton of time to do whatever he wants to do here at the end of the race. Because realistically, I think the first driver that could keep this thing interesting would be Ryan Sieg and Chase Elliott in 5th and 6th. Yeah, because Ryan Sieg pit. So Ryan Sieg and Chase Elliott would be the first guys who can make it interesting, and they have fairly fresh tires. They even have fresher ones than Berry, so that's nice to see. So there's at least some possibility for an interesting finish. Oh. Uh-oh. Why that happened? There we go. For some reason, my computer just decided to bring up my trash can on the computer, which I don't need my trash can right now. I already dealt with that earlier, because I forgot to empty it before the stream. But here we go. We're gonna have a lot of people here for the finish of the Xfinity race. It is over. It's gonna be overtime, and this is gonna be a fun one. Hopefully, you guys are excited. I know I am. Of course, hit the like button if you guys are excited, and subscribe if you guys are new, so you guys don't miss any future live streams. I'll be live streaming the Cup race tomorrow as well, so it won't be long before the next live stream, and I will also have some other content coming out. I've got a fantasy video. I've got my next Fantasy Friday video coming out, again, either late tonight or early tomorrow, to give you guys some fantasy advice leading into the NASCAR Cup Series race at Pocono, and then I'll be with you guys either Sunday night or Monday with a race recap of the NASCAR Cup Series race from PoconoRaceway. But yeah, so that's what I got coming up for content here soon. But of course, right now we still got a 2-lap shootout here in the Poconos for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and not much to really talk about because we're under caution and under a commercial break. So just not really much to talk about. So I mean, we've kind of mentioned the scenario already. It's pretty obvious that Hill, Herbst, and Mayer don't really have what it takes to compete in this for the end of this race. I think it'll be really tough for any of those three to really keep going. All right, showing a bunch of other sports, seeing some MLB. Oh, they're showing a bunch of Philadelphia sports, or Pennsylvania sports in general, because I saw some Steelers mixed in there as well as some Eagles, Flyers, 76ers. A lot of Pennsylvania sports teams, and honestly, Pennsylvania sports fans, you guys just had a fantastic year. I mean, Eagles made it to the Super Bowl. Steelers almost made it back to the made it back to the playoffs there. What your MLB team made it to the World Series, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, here we go. I think say, is this the choose cone time? Because if so, I'm curious what they're doing here. All right, let's see. It's gonna be Mayer taking the front row because of Austin Hill and Riley Herbst both chose the outside line behind Josh Berry, allowing Sam Mayer to choose to start on the front row alongside his teammate. But, I mean, it's going to be hard to imagine that Sam Mayer can realistically compete for this one. Ryan Sieg should be planning an escape route around Mayer here into turn one, because there's not much option here. And they're trying to throw in another ad break. We're not going to go to an ad right before the end of this race. Probably should have thrown one in while the actual Cup Series went to some ads, but I'm gonna save you guys the ads. YouTube's trying to recommend that I put in some ads, but I don't want to have an ad right before the end, right as we're getting ready to go green here, because I don't want you guys to potentially miss the restart. Because for all I know, you guys would come back and Mayer would spin and collect Barry, and the entire field would be piled up in a wad, which nobody wants to see, but would be worst case scenario, and you guys miss most of it from an ad that I could have avoided. So, yeah. Fun times. Here we go. Getting ready. Again, I think Ryan Sieg absolutely needs to be planning an escape route here around Sam Mayer. Now, if he does try and avoid and Brandon Jones chooses to help his teammate, because Brandon Jones is a teammate to the one, that could work out poorly for Ryan Sieg. I just don't see Ryan Sieg having many other options, because you stay behind the one car. I don't see how you win this race. So here we go, coming through the Geico restart zone. Green flag is out, and they are racing in Pocono, and yep, there's, let's say, there goes Ryan Sieg looking to the inside. He's going to try and make it 3 wide entering. No, he pulls back in line behind Mayer. No, didn't get the momentum, and Josh Berry takes off with the lead. Oh, why is Berry so far up the track? He just gave the lead back. Austin Hill takes the lead away. Sam Mayer to second. What was Josh Berry thinking running that high up the track? Here we go. Man, that was insane. Here we go. Josh Berry back up to second place, but he needs to find a way to pass Austin Hill here. Austin Hill might have fuel saved just enough, and that mistake from Berry blows what was a very solid win here for Josh Berry to get his first win of the season. Austin Hill comes off of turn number 3, coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go here. And oh, we got contact between the 5. Oh, we got a yellow flag. This is over. Race is called, I think. I think I saw a flag waving. Oh, they're going to let him race. Okay, they're letting him race. Never mind. They're letting him race. And here we go. Josh Berry to the inside, being very aggressive on the 1, or on the 21. Oh, he just got aggressive and went and hit the 1. But right now, I don't see any way. Austin Hill here, he's got the lead. He's going to have a shot. No! Josh Berry crashes into turn 2. Josh Berry crashes and oh, there's a crash behind. Yep, nope, they can't let him race at this point. Green, they got the right call here. Yep, Austin Hill going to be scored with a race win. Austin Hill, massive, scored massively here, getting the win. I don't know how he fuel saved it, and man, Berry choked. I mean, Josh Berry had every advantage there to try and win this race, and he blew it. But hey, you know what? Austin Hill, with an amazing fuel-saving effort, ends up going and winning the race. So, 27% of you that picked other, you guys can celebrate. You guys got the win. But, yeah, so, again, Berry blew that one. I mean, I don't even know. How do you blow it that badly? Hopefully he's okay, because he did hit the wall somewhat hard there, but I don't know who else spun behind him, but man, that was a big blunder by the 8. Of course, if you guys did enjoy this live stream, hit the like and subscribe button. As usual, we're going to go through the whole finishing order, but if you guys only wanted to stay for the finish of the race, man, that was awful. I mean, come on. Really, Barry, you had to give that one up, but ultimately it was a good finish to the race. It was an exciting finish, I guess, is the better way to say it. So I want to see what happened first off. First off, I want to know what happened to make him choose to run so far in the outside lane here in turn 1. So let's see. Yeah, no, I mean, he just ran way up the track. I mean, yeah, the 21 did push him a little bit, but can't imagine Josh Berry didn't have some control over that. And then Josh Berry goes and pushes him wide. I want to see what happened, though, with the big wreck that happened. So, yeah, I think he got a little bit of a tire rub, maybe, from the contact that he made with the one that he initiated, I think. Yeah, and then he had a tire going down, it looked like. Yeah, he just hits the fence. No real option as to what to do there for Josh Berry. And then what happened behind him is the bigger question here. So Josh Berry hits the wall. And what happens here? Because, yeah, and they're not going to show what happened behind him. Okay. I guess they're going to talk about Austin Hill winning this race. So, real quick, I'm going to go through my the finishing order here. Because, again, I like to give every driver and team their due for where they finished. So, Austin Hill, obviously, with the race win. Sam Mayer, second. Chase Elliott comes home third after a very quiet day. Fourth for Riley Herbst. Fifth, Daniel Hemrick. So, great points day for both of them who have yet to get, actually, all three of them who have yet to get a win. Mayer, Herbst, and Hemrick. Sammy Smith comes home sixth. Seventh for Brandon Jones, another driver who has yet to win a race this year, needing some points. Another one, Brett Moffitt, he is yet to win a race. He needed some points. He gets a top 10. That'll help minimize the fact that Riley Herbst got more. Same thing with Parker Clearman, finishing ninth. He's going to lose some ground, but he won't lose as much ground as he otherwise would have. Suarez comes home 10th in the number 10 car. Sheldon Creed in the 11th spot. Jeb Burton comes home 12th. Anthony Alfredo in the BJ McLeod Motorsports car comes home 13th. Ty Dillon in the number 3 comes home 14th, and Jeremy Clements comes home 15th. Let me just go to the next page here. Okay, so Kyle Sieg in the 28 comes home 16th, 17th for Joe Graff Jr., 18th Ryan Ellis. Wow, Jeffrey Earnhardt comes back to a 19th place finish after a flat tire early in the race. I thought that might have derailed him further than that. Chandler Smith rounding out your top 20. Garrett Smithley 21st. Ryan Sieg comes home 22nd. Justin Allgaier 23rd. And Josh Berry 24th. Last car to finish technically on the lead lap. Kaz Gralla 25th. 26th. Patrick Emmerling in the 53, not the 35. Blaine Perkins finishes 27th. 28th. Chad Chastain in the 91. Brennan Poole in the number 6 comes home 29th, and Alex LeBay comes home 30th. The last car only one lap down. And then you had Joey Gase, John Hunter Nemechek, Cole Custer, Connor Mosack, and Parker Retzloff rounding out your top 35. Josh Williams, Corey Heim, and Sage Karam rounding out the remainder of the field. So, man, I still can't believe that Josh Berry gave away that finish. But, man, congratulations though to Austin Hill. I mean, I thought he messed up. I thought he tried to stretch the fuel too far, and honestly, he didn't really have the fuel or the tires to fight with Barry, but Barry ended up giving it away because he had the time. If he didn't sideswipe his teammate trying to side draft or whatever, which is I think what blew out his tire, he had a lap and a half to regroup and find the momentum, and ultimately he just comes up short. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, leave a like on the stream. Subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future live streams like the one for tomorrow for the Cup Series. And I will see you guys in the next video, live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your night. Have a great night, everybody, and goodbye!